Haycock 45 here. Look what I have. Finally, a Tanfoglio pistol on the shooting table. I think you all have requested these for a decade or so, not very long. And but grab one and tell you what I think about it. How's that? The Tanfoglio is, of course, the IFG, Italian Firearms Group. They make these, and they're basically a clone, I guess you could say, of the CZ, the fine CZ design. And that's why I have my CZ75B out here. Probably not going to shoot it, but they're very, very similar, and there's so many different models of the CZ. It makes my head hurt to even look into them too deeply. And same with the Tanfoglio, so many models. Now this one is the Force Combat all steel frame, or Defiant Force Combat, okay? And there must be 50 different models. They have a lot of competition models, the standard models, compacts, full size, alloy frames, polymer, you name it, and probably some others I'm not aware of. But I wanted to try one and shoot it because they do have good reputation. They're less money generally than a CZ. This thing runs around $550. You can get it for probably $550, $600 out in that ballpark, depending on the climate and the availability of firearms, right? So anyway, because I don't know that I would buy one. A fine gun, just like the CZ. This one's not as heavy because it had I think it's an alloy frame on this one. And this is all steel. And you know what you get with an all steel gun? You get an all steel gun, don't you? You get a heavier firearm, and that can be a plus or it can be a minus. And let me take a couple shots and I'll tell you whether I think it's a plus or a minus. How's that? All right. 9mm. Cowboy. Cow. Got him. Got that old cowboy. Tell you what, it's a good shooter. It's just like that CZ. It's fun to shoot. It has a nice single action trigger, and you just want to keep firing it like I did, right? And I might just keep firing it here in a second some more. How's that? How about literally a second? Okay, let's put some on this paper. Let's smoke some pot. Let's just shoot everything we see. Hot smoke in the air. I tell you just can't quit. Let's see if it's gong worthy. Appears to be. Let's see if there's something I can miss. Let me go to my left hand. My weak hand. Whoa. Yeah, my weak hand is tied to my weak mind, but I still hit reasonably well even with weak hand. But I mean, that's just me. I can hit reasonably well with my weak hand. It's not easy, is it? So, yeah, good shooter. And to answer the question you think I forgot, is the steel frame, what you want? Is it ideal? Is it good? Is the advantages and the disadvantages? Well, yes, it's heavier, and if you're carrying it, you've got a heavy firearm. Okay, that's a chunk. It's kind of a chunk. By today's standards, with all the wonderful polymer firearms we have, and but when you go to shoot it, that's where it pays off, doesn't it? Because it just is such 9mm with an all steel firearm like this and this kind of weight. It is a dream to shoot. Feels really good, and that's the one reason the Tanfoglio models and CZ models are popular in the competition circuit. I think maybe more so in with the limited category than in open category. You tell me if I'm wrong. I haven't done that for a while. I haven't even been to one of those matches for a long time. But when you've got a firearm with a fair amount of weight to it, with shooting any caliber, but especially a 9 with a nice trigger, you ought to be able to zoom through a course of fire pretty well if you practice very much. So Tanfoglio. It's like I say, there are various clones of the CZ line. As I understand, they're imported by EAA. I've always been a little vague on it, to tell you the truth. So feel free to clarify. I am not an expert on CZs for one thing, and then especially not on Tanfoglio. I've seen them for decades, and I know they're fine firearms. Lots of variants of them. They, like I say, they're a little bit less money, I think, in general. I think they had the firing pin block before CZ did, so they have the firing pin block. The newer CZs, I guess, have that too. And I believe they don't quote me on this. I'm thinking they might come in more calibers on the same firearm frame and everything by just changing out the slides and barrels and whatnot. And they come in a variety of 38 Super, 10 millimeter, and everything you can imagine. And you can just change out calibers. Also, it's like a 1911. Both of these are, of course, a CZ. You can cock it. It's empty, but you can cock it and then push the safety up, and so you have that 1911 manual of operation going there, and you can carry it that way. And you pull it out, release the thumb down the safety, and bang, you're ready to go. How else could you carry it? You could carry it. Well, you could carry it just like that, safety on, and have a round in the chamber, and you could pull it out, and you could use double action. And, well, no, you can't. That locks it, doesn't it, on this one? Okay. Strike that. But you could carry it. Let me make sure that's true. Yeah. So make sure it's not a firing or a disconnect. No. Okay. So let's start over. I was going to say originally, but then I saw that the safety would actually engage, and sometimes they don't, if it's not cocked. So it does engage. It goes up there like that, but it locks everything up. So that would be another option. Well, I'm not thinking. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that'd be fine. You could carry it like that, pull it out, disengage the safety, and fire it double action. Okay. All right. Or you could carry it with it on fire, because it has a long, fairly heavy trigger pull, treat it like a revolver, and not have the safety on. I know that sounds sacrilegious to everybody, and it is to some people. But you could pull it out and pull the trigger like that, like some other double action semi-autos or a revolver. Okay. So I don't know what I was thinking. Actually, I wasn't thinking. Most people would just cut that out of the video so they would appear less dumb, but not me. So different ways to carry it, and a nice pistol. They're really solid. Before I'll shoot it in a second here, I'm going to take it apart real quick. They break down pretty simply, even when they're new, and you just want to really make sure it's empty. Yeah, because I want to line up these two dots back here. Yeah, and then I don't think it's broken in enough to easily pop out that's why I have the screwdriver. Yeah, pop out slide lock like that and push it off there. So, very simple to break down. And they seem really well made to me. You guys that have these, gals, guys, whatever, if you have a Tanfoglio, man, really share. Some of you compete with them, I know, or CZ versions that are the same or whatever, and I'm sure you have a favorite model. They have some bigger ones, some heavier ones, longer slides, barrels, and shorter ones, and compact models, just a lot of them. And but we've had so many requests to do a Tanfoglio. I wanted to get at least one. I saw Bud's had this one. It's kind of what I like, mid-size. This gun, good shooter, gosh, a great range gun, good competition gun, and a good defense pistol, maybe for the home or even carry if you don't mind a little weight. So let me put it together. And of course the claim, I guess it's a kind of a claim to fame. One of the nice features of these, well, before I get to that, you have the linkless system like the Browning High Power. You notice you don't have the 1911 style link. Okay, and but the way the slide goes back onto the frame is it goes down inside, down inside, so you get kind of a lower bore axis, a really solid rail, because it's riding on those rails the whole way, and it's down inside there. So that's considered very desirable. in the CZ lineup or Tanfoglio, and then you pop that back in there and you're back together. So it's pretty simple to break down. Nice solid pistol and a great shooter. The double action might be one of the weak points of it. It's okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad. Double action. Of course, I'm an old revolver shooter, so it doesn't bother me as much. So I'll load these once more at least and shoot it. But it's something that's out there if you're not familiar with them. The Tanfoglio, it might strike you as, what is the Tanfoglio? Where did those come from? Who makes those? Well, they have a good reputation, is my interpretation of it. It's my impression. If I'm wrong, you all that shoot more of these pistols, let me know. Some of you folks shoot more CZs. A lot of rabid CZ fans out there, and probably Tanfoglio. So you're probably more familiar with them than I am, and definitely have a lot more experience with these kinds of models. Let us know what your experience is on the competition circuit or anywhere. If you know, you probably see people shooting them, maybe thousands of rounds through them. Do they have some tendency that I wouldn't be aware of to break or to last forever on the range? But they've always to me struck me as a pretty good firearm, and I don't know anything really negative about them. I'm sure there's some negativity out there. Guess what? Newsflash, there's negativity out there on the internet about everything and everybody. But that's what's always funny when I see a company say, have you ever checked someone's having a discussion about a company of some sort, no matter what it is, and you'll see someone comment, yeah, check their reviews or check their Google reviews or whatever. You'll see some negative stuff. Oh, really? You think? So what else about them? Like I say, now this tells you that they're imported. I think I heard someone say they were actually made in Amarillo, Texas. I'm not sure if they're actually made there. They may be. Somebody help me with that. So this is the Defiant, and it's the Combat Force. It says right on the top, or Force Combat. Okay, that's the model we're dealing with here. You've got a sight there that you could loosen the screw. I think it'll move laterally on you, but you know, they're not adjustable for elevation. Seem to be right on though. And the thing about the CZ lineup, if you're new to these firearms, you've not handled them, and I've said this before, we did the video on this, there's no firearm that feels better in the hand. There's just none out there. They fit the hand like a glove, and I know that's an overused phrase, especially with these pistols. You see the beaver tail, all built into the frame. There's nothing you have to add like a 1911 or dress it up. They just fit like a, you know what, I won't say it again, how's that? Okay, take a few more shots with this baby. Tanfoglio. As I understand, the G is silent, okay? Tanfoglio. Oh boy. Let's see, I hit the gong, didn't I? Let's try for a buffalo over there. Yeah, let's try for a ram. Oh, how about a pig right in the middle of the range? Okay, let's bear down, see where they're going. Okay, I guess I was going low. I don't know. I was going either high, low, left, or right. Okay, let's try these plates here. Oh, yeah. Feels good. I can see why. If I was going to compete with one, I would like the steel frame. This is what I would want, because that extra weight helps soften it. So as I was saying, I could put that safety on. I'm hot now. It's cocked and locked, what you would call that. So I don't have a holster for it. You pull it out of the holster, thumb off the safety, and you're ready to go, right? Or you can let the hammer down. I'll be careful. I'm on the range. Okay, hammer's down. So I could put the safety on. I could carry it like that. It's locked up. All right, plus the hammer's down. So that would be pretty safe. But safety is between your ears primarily. Okay, so I could pull it out, pull the safety off, pull the trigger just like I did before, except I have a long trigger pull, right? Or I could carry it like that. Well, not like that. I'll carefully put the hammer down again. Okay? Or I could carry it like that with the safety off. I've still got the long trigger pull because I've got to cock the hammer with my finger. Okay, so I can pull it out and like that. So nice trigger. Let's put it. I like single action with one of these on the range, of course. It's not like the Beretta. You just want to keep shooting. In fact, I want to shoot one more mag before I let you go. Okay? Will you be mad if I do that? Yeah, it's really nice to be able to just call up Buds or email and get something like this sent. We really appreciate that. And have ammo for it to demonstrate and give you our lame opinions on it. Okay? So I don't know of anything negative really about it other than the weight. Now my preference would be this CZ configuration without the big rail. You know, that's just personal because I'm not going to hang anything on it. And if I were going to carry it, also this one's lighter, but they make them in you know, lighter weight for sure. And I think without the rail, check out their website if you have an interest in them. They're priced reasonably. Compared with other firearms, and you know, if it's something you think you have interest in, there's probably a configuration that you would like. I know one configuration that's just hard not to like for anybody, and as I say, it's just the feel of them. They feel like $1 million. I really don't have, you know, I have a few handguns, and I brag on some of them a lot about how they feel. I don't think I have any that feel better than this though in the hand, okay? Or that CZ. All right, smooth, I tell you, loads that round smoothly, feels good, and that's too bad, Mr. Cowboy, because I'm going to shoot you. Yeah. Yeah, you folks that shoot competition at any level, you don't have to be a master class shooter. You could just be starting it or whatever, and you know that when you're trying to shoot and reacquire your sight picture, it just helps to have a firearm that doesn't recoil as much and bounce as much. That's one reason the 9 is so popular, and cowboy action shooting, the 38 is so popular because you can just shoot and you don't have to deal with a lot of recoil. So weight and compensators and all that sort of thing, that's the whole reason they came about years ago in competition, is to reduce recoil so you can focus on sight reacquisition, and taking that next shot before 30 minutes elapses, right? So Tanfoglio is something worthy of maybe your investigation if you're looking for a pistol, competition pistol or anything, I guess. I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. I just want to make sure you all were aware of these, okay? And I know some of you were, because you've been asking about them for a long time. You have them, and you wanted to get our perspective on them. So I had no doubt they were good pistols, just hadn't gotten around to it. So again, look them up, look up their website. Lots of different formats and variants. And if you have one, or you've ever had one, whatever the format is, if it's strictly a competition gun or whatever, it's heavier than this one, bigger or smaller and lighter, let us know how it works for you. So in the comment section that people can learn more about the Tanfoglio line of handguns. Okay, so Tie-In Firearms Group and Tanfoglio. The G is silent. That means, my Kentucky relatives, you don't pronounce the G. Okay, at least as I understand. So glad y'all came out, and we appreciate your support, and of the people that support us, come back and see us sometime. Life is good.
Oh yeah, that's better. This is a great gun for defense. Oh hey, didn't see you guys there. While I've got you here, I want to remind you of our friends over at Talon Grips and Ballistol. Talon Grips makes grips, can you believe it, for all different types of firearms. You can get rough texture or more of a rubberized texture. It just sticks right on there. really affordable, really cool option to improve the grip for your handguns or rifles. So please check them out at talongungrips.com. You'll be glad you did. And also Ballistol. Dad has been using Ballistol for many years. It's a cleaner and a lubricant, and it's non-toxic. It works really great, and we're happy to have them on board since it's been a part of our shooting endeavor for a very long time. So go to ballistol.com, talongungrips.com, and also while you're out there, I'm juggling all these things here. Also, while you're on the internet, please do check out our other social media like Hickok45 on Facebook. There's also Hickok45 on Twitter, The Real Hickok45 on Instagram. There's a John_Hickok45 on Instagram where I do some things. There's Hickok45.com. You can find us also on Gunstreamer. So check out all that stuff and then watch more videos.